Well, hello and welcome people of the internet to Darkchaser Battletide. This is a wave-based bullet heaven with a lot of commonality with Brotato. Some people will even say that this is a Brotato clone, which for the most part I agree with. However, there are a couple different features that do make a big difference from what is Brotato. And I think for the most part, I think like the word or the game type of a clone gets a bad rep because honestly, we play so many bullet heavens that aren't they all just clones of Vampire Survivors? I mean, you can argue, but mimicry is the most sincere form of flattery, I like to think. So what this game does a little bit differently is, for one, I'm going to talk about the multiplayer feature, which we're not going to get into today, but just before we actually play a run, just kind of explain this a little bit. Now, the way I think this works, I haven't actually gotten to play it myself, but from what I understand on the Steam page is you are going to be able to battle against, I think it's a friend, I don't know if there's online battles yet or not, but you're going to be playing side by side at the same time, and while you do so, you can also have some ways to mess with your opponent. So for example, you could take ban medicine. The opponent can't recover their life for 3 seconds. So I think that these are active abilities that you can use in your run. The opponent's field of vision is limited, lasting for 8 seconds. Looks like there's 2 ban medicine. Let's see, what else do we have? You can have gain partial pickups for 8 seconds. You have opponent's move speed is lowered for 5 seconds. So stuff like that makes me think that it's active. So you can kind of compete against someone else and see who can go further or last longer. Really cool feature. Really different thing from actual Brotato or really any other kind of Brotato style bullet heaven that I've seen. So that's one big difference. The other is that there are individual skill trees for each different character, not like a meta progression style, but as you level up, you know, it's the same system as Brotato, where as you level up, as you collect crystals, you're going to get points and money that you can spend on upgrades, but you're also going to be leveling up your character, which you can use in a talent tree, and each character has their own talent tree. We can actually take a quick look in here real quick. So we're going to take a look at the Adventurer, just because that's the character we're going to be playing to start here. So you can see right here on the left, there's all different kinds of things. So there's harvesting and experience, which again, kind of keywords taken from Brotato there. Attack, this is specifically physical attack, not magic attack. Magic attack is done through ability power. There's attack speed. And then as you go forward, you know, after you spend 5 points here, then you can get to the second tier. And some of these upgrades, like this membership card specifically, if you want this, you have to upgrade this to 5 first. Basically anything with a line, you have to upgrade the thing before it to max before you can get it. And so each character, like the Flame Knight is also a character you start with, has a completely different skill tree. So every different character is going to play, like the Stalker here, they're all going to play slightly differently. They all have, I haven't even looked at these talent trees, I've only looked at the Adventurer. So so that's kind of cool. That's a different way that you can go about building your characters. So now let's just go ahead and jump into our character. We're going to start here with the Adventurer, since that is the character that you start with, and we can kind of see what the beginner experience is. These 4 are characters that I got to unlock in my first run. However, your results may vary. For example, I think the Spell Sword, you have to get 100% extra attack speed. So like that's something you might not do in your first run. So Adventurer, we get to choose a weapon to start with. We are going to start with, let's go ahead. You know what? Let's do Ice Arrow. It's the first weapon in the row. Might as well take it. Causes icy. We'll have to, once we get in the game, we'll be able to see what icy is. We'll just start on difficulty 1, just so that way we can kind of get a decent run here, just to see what gameplay is like. You know, we're not here to, you know, flex our pride and be like, oh, we beat it on the highest difficulty. Like, no. Let's see what the gameplay is like. And, you know, like I said, for the most part, if you're familiar with Brotato, there's going to be a lot of similarities here, but really, is that a big deal? Because if you like the game style of Brotato, maybe you want a slightly different flavor of that. It's been out for a while. A lot of people, if you've already played it, maybe you've already beaten it, and you want something that's similar that you like, but has a little bit different flavor to it. So we get 1 talent point here, and we're going to go ahead and put that into ability power and ability power modifier. Get that up. There we go. And let's see. So let's go ahead and take the Ice Arrow, which we can then upgrade. So we don't want to go with anything melee, I think. We already have projectile tags, but we also have frost tags. So anything that's frost, we're going to want to look for. Might as well pick up the pickup range. We can't take the harvesting, but I think I am going to lock the harvesting. So that way we can get some more resources at the beginning of rounds. I'm going to reroll once here too to see. Yeah, we're going to lock the luck. And then, do I want to go with Frost Chop? I don't think... That doesn't seem right. 2,000% from attack power? What? Hold on there. Is that really attack power? I guess it is. There's no way. That's insane. Okay, well, we're going to see if it is. I mean, we're going to get something attack power related, because that's absurd. If that's the case. I will say, one of the things that I'm hoping gets fixed in the future, and this is not a surprise to me that this is kind of not exactly first priority, is the localization to English. It needs a bit of work, especially in the talent tree. There are some extremely wordy talents, like, for example, which is the one I was looking at? Oh yeah, according to the total skill quality level to get bonus, for every 1 skill quality level, get attack +1. I read this a million times. I don't know that I can translate what's going on there. You also have something like battle level duration plus 10 sec. I don't know what that one's a little bit more. Maybe it's just terminology that I'm not understanding. But there's stuff like that I was just like, English, please. So I don't want to spend my talent to get the attack. I'll just buy something that's cheap and do it, but we'll keep getting foundation mana. Actually, I probably should have gotten study hard first for more experience and more harvesting. We'll focus on that in the future. Let's go ahead and get Frost Vortex. This one seems kind of cool. Ice Vortex deals damage every 0.2 seconds and causes 20 icy. So what is icy? The moving speed of enemy in the cold state slows down by 15% for 3 seconds. When the number of cold layers reaches 100, it enters the frozen state. Okay, so if you get hit 5 times with Frost Vortex, you enter the frozen state. You stop moving for a second and a half. At the end, the cold value is -90, and you receive an ice-breaking damage of 36, 600% of your ability power. What? That math isn't mathing. That should be 24. Do we have a different modifier there? Because that math is not mathing. And we only have 3% damage, so something's happening there. Either way, we're going to take this. We're going to take the luck. We're going to take the... okay, we're going to pass up on that. Either way, the Frost Vortex is Frost Vortexing. So I'm not going to say no to it. I will go with what the game tells me, and we'll figure things out later. There's probably some modifier that I'm missing. Maybe it's the ability, what is it? The ability percent modifier that we got through our talents. Perhaps that's doing a little bit of weirdness. Yeah, let's get that study hard. Eternal Ice Crystal releases a core of frost that continuously launches ice arrows for 4 seconds, dealing 2... Oh, it's melee damage and causing 20 icy. Interesting. So, how does this work? Because this says it does 8 damage. This says it deals 2 damage. I don't know, but I've tried this before, and it's pretty good. So we're going to take it. 1 HP recovered from consumables. I'm assuming consumables are the... HP that we get out of the mushroom, so I'm going to take that. These I can pass up on. We can definitely take these in the bit of the future. Now, one thing I've noticed with this character is what I'm looking for is when we get close. So we have the sword slash, right, that we're seeing. Now we have the frost slash ability. But when I did my test run, I did not have any melee ability at all. And I was still doing a sword attack. So I don't know if the adventurer just naturally comes with a sword attack. That was something I was a bit confused on why that was happening. Obviously, I understand that you guys can't see what's going on there, because I wasn't recording. So we have found a relic. Generate a frost trap at a random location in the field every 6 seconds. Yeah, we'll take that. Why not? And let's get some more experience and more harvest. Oh, we got 2 levels up there. Nice. Let's see. What do we want to grab here? Experience in this game, but we lose some luck. Yeah, I think that's totally fine. Max HP, damage, defense, speed. Crit chance goes down. I think that's totally fine. We'll take that. Let's go ahead and re-roll this. Ooh, Frost Ray. This one's new to me. Frost Ray lasts 7 seconds, cooldown, and Lasts for 7 seconds, cooldown and refresh duration. So maybe the cooldown is 7 seconds? No, the cooldown is 7.5 seconds, so I don't know what the second half of that means. Per a third of a second to deal a damage, each additional damage. Yeah, see what I mean? Like, there's definitely some English translation that needs to be fixed here. So why did this go up to 16? I don't know, but we're gonna get. Actually, we don't have to get rid of this. We can combine these, and then we can just buy the Frost Ray. Let's go ahead and lock in the Pioneer's Log. What is this? Summon a giant thorn. Max HP, 150% of my HP. Attack. So it's all based on my health. Defense, dodge. When nearby friendly units are injured, fire spikes to counterattack against the enemy. Okay, we'll give this a shot. We will give that a shot. I'm wondering if it attacks by itself or if I have to be damaged, because that would kind of lock me into a location. And there are a number of upgrades that I want to take later down the road, if we find them, that will automatically trigger depending on how far I move. Although, I guess I could just circle around the thorn if that were the case. If I needed to move around a bit. Dodge, we lose some defense. Yeah, I think that's fine to take. Let's keep getting experience. And we got one more. No, we got, what, 2 more levels? Actually, we could. This is 5 points, so we can start upgrading here. But I want to get 1 more here. We'll go ahead and max that out. Chain Frost. Chain Frost is pretty sweet. I think I'm going to get rid of the... Yeah, so I am going to get rid of this Frost Shop. It's just... I don't know. I think it's just, like, coded wrong. Chain Frost will take... Because 2,000% seems ridiculous. We'll take this, and then let's upgrade our Frost Ray. Oh, he follows me! Oh, that's even better. So does he actually do okay, so I don't think he actually does damage. I think it's just if I take damage. Let's see if I can actually take some damage here. Okay, well, I'm having trouble. I mean, is that really a problem if I'm having trouble taking damage? I suppose not. It probably won't be an issue moving forward, though. Once we, I mean, we're still in the pretty early waves, and if we get full skills, so we don't want this attack. Like I said before, is just physical skill damage. We're specifically looking for ability power, so we're gonna recycle this. 10% to damage to enemies in slow, so that's actually pretty good since we're ice based. We'll do 1 more here, and then. Pick up ordinary treasure chests, no longer get relics, but directly get the number of level of crystals. Rather than going into this, I'm actually going to go into Startup Capital just to get a head start on crystals. Because, so, membership card, for each item purchased, the price of the item is minus 1% with a ceiling of 20%. I believe, again, we're kind of doing some, like, lost in translation stuff here. I believe that this is essentially saying once you purchase 20 items, you will have a 20% reduction in the store. Right? Does that make sense? So you buy 1 item, it's minus 1%, buy a second, it's minus 2, and it has a ceiling of 20%. So I believe that's what it's doing. Okay, so we have another Eternal Ice Crystal, so we're going to take that. Attack recovery is essentially lifesteal, so chance to heal yourself for 1. We lose a bit of harvesting, but we get defense and recovery, so we are going to take that. Attack range and chance to pick up ice crystal instantly. I think I'm going to save my crystals there. I don't think I need that. There's some ability power. We do lose crit chance, but we're already negative there, so I think that's fine. We can take some additional damage. What's our attack speed at? It's at 20%. I haven't found a whole lot of ways to actually increase attack speed, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. When picking up a crystal, there's a 10% chance to restore 1 health. Yeah, let's get our survivability, like, all set now. So that way we don't have to worry about it so much in the future. Because there's a number of upgrades that we could pick up that do damage to you over time. I think when I did my test run, I saw like 3 or 4 different upgrades that we could take that all gave you really good bonuses, but you end up taking a damage every second. And so if we can kind of fix our survivability now, we'll kind of already be set up to take those upgrades, as opposed to being like, ugh, do I want to do that? Maybe I don't get enough hearts in the run. But if we're already set up, we can already get those sweet, sweet, sweet bonuses. Okay, so we're at 8 points. We need 10 points. Once we get 10 points spent, we'll get up here. So again, I'm going to max this out. So even though we're going to be able to get this, I am a little bit behind because I have these kind of spread out, right? But I'm going to spend... Actually, it's not... I don't think it's a big deal to go here. So I think I am going to focus getting this because I want to get that as early as possible. Let's get the additional luck. Yeah, I want to get my luck up. There's a blue frost ray, so let's just get rid of this frost ray. Or we want to get rid of the frost vortex. This is not a projectile. Well, this isn't a projectile either. I guess this is. So I have 3 projectile tags, but that just increases attack range. I don't really care about that. Okay, we'll get rid of the frost vortex and we'll pick up the blue frost ray. If we find a green frost ray, then we can combine them and then, you know, get a purple and then go from there. Ice arrow, we can go ahead and grab that, level that up. Don't care about this. Max HP, HP regeneration, but we lose HP from pickups. But we're already at 2, right? Is that something I can see here? No, there's something down here that we got early. Yeah, 1 HP from consumables. I think I'm actually going to pass up on this. I don't think that's actually that good. Ability power. Oh, there's some attack speed. We lose some damage, but there's plenty of ways to get damage, so I'm going to take that. Ooh, Call of the Wilds. That's cool. I mean, it is melee, so we're not going to take it. But it is a summon. Every 5 seconds, summons a wild wolf. Yeah, there's a lot of summons. So there is, from what I know, there is one where you can summon ice wizards. There's one that you can summon like an ice tank. He's like a big body of armor. He's like a ghost inside a big old tanky armor. You can summon ice bees. There's a lot of cool summons in this game. Ooh, there's Chain Frost. It's blue, but we can get rid of this one. Well, I can't buy it yet, so we'll lock that in. There's Ice Spike. It just causes 20 icy. So we're not going to go with that. It scales off our regular attack. I don't really care for that. Okay. Yeah, we'll just focus on getting this next round. Oh, so leveling up Frost Arrow must also be giving us more projectiles. I didn't realize that. I didn't look at the skill itself. But we're definitely shooting... I think before it was, what, 3? When it was green? And now it's 5? I think. I'll be honest. It's going so fast I can't really count it. But one thing I probably need to look for here moving forward in the next couple of rounds is some damage. The first elite that pops up is, I think, around wave 11. And he was no joke when I... Ooh, there we go. Purple Frost Ray. And yeah, we have this Chain Frost. So let's go ahead and we can get rid of this one by the blue one. Does it say how many projectiles it shoots? No, it doesn't. It just shoots... It just happens to shoot more projectiles, I guess? Okay. We lose some dodge, but max HP, that's actually probably pretty good. Might as well reroll here. Defeated summon will explode and deal 100% damage of the max HP to surrounding enemies. Well, that's pretty good. We just don't really have any summons. Well, I mean, we do have one summon, but he's not exactly doing anything. Yeah, it's weird that he's not doing it. I mean... Maybe he is doing something. I'm just not paying attention to him. But he's not dying. Because he's got a bunch of health. Because he's just kind of following me. Maybe it's because I'm killing enemies too fast. Because he's probably a physical attacker. I don't even see him doing the his spiky attack, though, to be completely fair. He probably is. I'm just not... Yeah, see, like, I'm not seeing it happen. If it is happening, it's just not obvious enough. And to be fair, I'm also not, like, 100% focusing on him. I'm focusing on me dodging enemies. But that's why we take stuff, to give it a try and see what it does. And it's not like he's taking up a spell slot, you know. He just took a few crystals. So overall, no loss there. And anyway, there's I think it's a relic that we could take that increases our damage by 1% for every unique relic we have. Okay, so we could do this. I actually like this. Okay, well, that's a weird name. Buy a beard and return something. Buy a beard and return a bead. That's the weirdest name I've ever heard. Only fast does not break. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. What do I want to do here? We could do this just for more crystal drop. I'm assuming this increases the chance of dropping like 2 crystals at a time. I have no idea what this does. Number of monsters? I think I'm going to do this because some of the stuff that we can get, I mean, because this just multiplies, so it goes to times 8. Think about it. You get something common that you could return for like 7 crystals. Now all of a sudden you're getting 56 right off the bat. That's not too bad. So this is one that I got before. Like, I have no idea what this means. Each time a monster receives ice-breaking damage, the monster's damage for the next 5 seconds is increased by 10% up to 5 times. If that is working the way that it's worded, why would I ever want to take this? Why would I want to increase the monster's damage? So there must be a translation issue here. I'm assuming it increases my damage by 10%. Right? That's gotta be. There's no way it works the way that it's worded here. We're gonna take the free reroll. We're definitely taking the treasure compass. I don't want to lose enemies. This is so weird. I took it last time. I didn't notice like any difference. I didn't see any like buff above our health or anything like that. So I think it's one of those that I'm just gonna reroll past. You know what? Let's pick up another one. Let's see. Maybe with 2, it'll be a little bit more obvious what's going on. And I'm going to take Hidden Blade as well for more damage. Yeah, see, even when I get hit, it doesn't look like they're actually doing anything. Am I not close enough? Oh, let's get that guy. He's gonna drop, yeah, he dropped a chest. Which, of course, for us now is just crystals, which is totally fine. All right, great. 633. Let's go ahead and keep getting this up. Yeah, see, we're at X16 crystals. We're going to get a whole bunch. Whole bunch. Oh, there he is. Summon Erengar. Now, he does do melee damage, but having a bunch of these on the field, I mean, we only get 2, but overall, he's not too bad. Yeah, so see, this is something I'm not exactly sure how it's working. So you can see here, damage is 18, cooldown in a second and a quarter. But if you look down here, he has a different attack. So I don't really understand why there's multiple attacks here. Now, well, I've already gotten this to purple, so we can get rid of this Frost Ray. We'll go ahead and get him in here. There's some more ability power, so let's take that. There's some more ability. We'll take that. Ability power, attack range. We lose some attack speed. But I think that's fine. I think we just want to continue scaling our ability power. Each time... Okay, so this is another one of those weird ones. So, poisoning. Deals poison tier 6 damage. 25% of our ability power. No. Poison tier times 6, which is 25% of our ability power, but our ability power is 13. So 25% of that would be 4. So again, is that because of... Do I have a, like, the multiplier from our talent? Like, no, not that. This is only 8%, so that's not doing it. So there's, it feels like there's some math going wrong here. To the enemy every half a second, when damage is dealt, the number of poisoned layers will decrease if the probability of poisoning exceeds 100%. Additional number of poison layers. Okay, so each time the effect takes place, but like how it has a, but how is this taking place? Like how am I dealing poison damage? I don't know. We have another Chain Frost, so we can take that, get that up to purple. Harvest experience, but we get more monsters. Yeah, we'll grab that. Ooh, this is pretty good. We lose a bunch of attack range, but I don't think that's the worst thing in the world. I mean, our attack range will go down to -50, but I think that's fine. Enemies get super close to us anyway, so we're going to lock this in for a bunch of skill multipliers, especially this early on. Gonna reroll one more time, see if there's anything. Chain Frost, Golden Beetle? No, we lose ability power. We'll just grab this. Yeah, so there's definitely some number stuff in here that I'm not exactly sure. Like I said, with the summons, I don't understand why there's 2 different attack numbers. So, if you guys have played the game before and understand what's going on, or maybe you just have a better understanding of the system than I do, let me know down in the comment section, because it's stuff that I would definitely like to know in the future of why exactly that is the case. Because there's a lot of stuff, you know, that I definitely miss. But I do my best to get it all. But when there's a lot of different things that you're looking at, like, there's a lot of different things that you're looking at when you're recording a video, right? And it's not just, you know, it's not just playing game. There's a lot of, you're trying to point out different things. You're trying to catch a bit of everything, and, you know, stuff is bound to slip by you. So, I think now, let's see, so now we can get all the way out here. So I think the one I want to do, this is the one, Collectivism. For each possession of a different relic, gain damage plus 1%. I think I want to get that up. Because otherwise it's missile penetration, which I don't really care about. This one's pretty cool. Summons a phantom at the beginning of the battle. And its max health and final damage are 10% of my characters. But this one I'll wait on because I want to get my stats up first. So let's go ahead and do the percentage gain. Defense, attack, recovery, HP. There's literally nothing bad here, so we'll take that. We'll take this. Don't need either of these. We'll re-roll. Let's go damage. Luck pickup range. Yep, that's fine. Re-roll. Don't need glass cup. That's melee attack only. Chain Frost. We can't do any of those. Attack, recovery, defense. No, re-roll that. Launch a projectile, dealing 10 damage when enemies are defeated. We lose some... Yeah, I'm fine. Our attack range is so bad anyway. Do I care about that? It's only 10 damage. When enemies are defeated, though, yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, what do we got here? We got a bunch of blues. Thunderclap, Implosion Trap. We're not doing that. Immune damage if the one's digit of the damage taken and combat level are the same. Well, my combat level is 16, so I don't think that this is possible. Oh, wait. If the one's digit of the damage taken and the combat level. So, if I'm taking 6, 16, 26, 36... Yeah, that seems awful. Generates a golem warrior to fight for you. Yeah, see, this is what I would expect this to look like. So, I wonder if the top... Maybe that's just... Maybe it's just an incorrect tooltip. Maybe the top tooltip is there from just a different... skill, like they kind of copied this template onto this this summon Ehrenhar. That's got to be what it is, right? Because this is what I would expect it to look like. Explosion damage. No, don't really care about any of this. Oh, buddy! There we go. There we go. Locked her in. Boom. 8% harvesting at the end of the next 20 combats. So is that going to scale every time? If it is, that seems... There's 8 combats left. I think I might actually... Am I going to take that? We'll lock it in. Sure. So I guess there was no elite. Hopefully it comes a little bit later. The elites are fun. I kind of did an oopsie, though. I didn't realize I was on an elite wave, and then I took an upgrade that said, you know, you get this great upgrade. However, an elite is going to show up in your next wave, and then I had to fight 2 at the same time. I will say I didn't die, but I certainly didn't kill one. My damage was so split between them. Because I didn't have any, like, AoE. It was all just, like, single target damage that I had. And I also didn't have a lot of damage upgrades at the time. There we go. Okay. Let's keep getting this. So now we're going to get some attack speed as well. And then we'll also get lucky, so we'll keep getting better stuff. So let's go ahead and recycle this. We'll take this. Little legendary summon. Not bad, not bad. Let's go ahead and get that up to epic. We'll grab this. Don't really care about that. Ability power. We'll grab that. Pick up range harvesting. Sure. And might as well reroll one more time, see if we want to lock anything in. Every 200 distance move produces a mass of fireworks? Okay. I'll get both of these. I don't know what that is, but we'll see. Sounds cool. There's a couple of those that I've seen. Like, for example, I had one that said for every 200 units walked, you cast a fireball. What else did I have? I had one... I don't remember. I think there was one other one I had. Oh, wait. Are those little guys on my side? They were little blue guys. And I'm the only one summoned in blue. I'm doing all this. Yeah, but we're killing them. Well, that's just rude. Why would you send ice buddies to attack me? Okay. Now we got a whole bunch of extra luck. Where are we at? 53. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, so grab that, grab that. No thank you. Ooh, that's a bunch of luck. We'll take that. So the only ones that I don't really like are these potions, because they only work once. So I don't want to take a permanent decrease just for one level to get bonuses. Do you want the max HP? I think, yeah, sure. Hammer of Thor, 50% chance of generating a lightning bolt dealing... Oh, on melee attacks. Okay, so that doesn't matter. You could lose a bunch of harvesting and instantly receive 400 crystals. So it does look like our harvesting is... Harvesting grows 13 after each time it takes effect. So it does look like it's scaling. Sure, we'll take that. Get a few more rerolls. Chain Frost, it's blue. We need a purple. What do we got here? Ability power, attack range. We lose some attack speed, but we're at 36, so we can take this. We'll take this for more harvest and experience. And sure, we'll grab the poison trap too. I'm not going to take this. I'm not going to reroll, so we'll save our coin. Oh, wow. 200 units is like nothing. I thought it was going to be every like 10 seconds I would move enough to spawn one, but we're just spawning them all over the place. Although that doesn't look like fireworks. That just looks like a pit of fire. Again, maybe that's a little bit of a translation issue. Because when I think fireworks, I think like, you know, like fireworks, like 4th of July. I don't think like, you know, cracking the earth, Satan's gonna stick his hand out. That being said, no one's really getting close enough to even hit him. We're kind of just killing everything before it even matters. Okay, so now what do we want? I almost feel like I want to go for more monsters. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, we have... Oh, wow, we have a couple upgrades here. Okay, let's grab both of these. Morphling. Transform it into any one of the owned items that haven't reached maximum held. So... Oh. Well, that's sick. We just get to copy something? What would I want to copy? Like, is this good to copy? It seems pretty good. We lose a lot of attack range. All skill multipliers. What does that apply to, though? And is it additive or is it multiplicative? Meaning, like, are we adding 11% to damage, or are we taking 11% of 65 and adding it to this? Screw it. I wish I took stock of these numbers before I clicked that, so I could see. Obviously, our attack range went down. I think our damage stayed the same, though. So is it just affecting this? Wish I knew exactly what this was affecting. Okay. Well, anyway. That's for you guys to figure out and watch the video. I don't have the time to figure that out. Either way, that's a cool upgrade. Just the fact that you can just copy one of your relics. Like, maybe it doesn't have anything to do with stats. Maybe it has to do with, like, your individual weapons, like, attack speed, cooldown. Could have to do with that. I have noticed also, here, before this ends, I have noticed also that even though I set the sound settings, it seems like it keeps changing on me. Maybe I'm just getting used to the levels that I set. That could definitely be. Okay, what do we have here? So I think... Yeah, so we're not seeing any... I took this before, and I realized now that, like, we haven't seen any elite monsters, so this is pretty useless. Again, I have no idea what this is. That being said, it's also affecting attack, and I don't care for attack. That being said, King's Road is kind of sweet. However, I think that this is probably better if you're going for an endless run, because by the time we get here, we're going to be done. Right? We need 15 extra talent points to get up here. We're not going to do that in 5 runs. Deals additional... Okay, so now that we know how far 200 is, this is not quite as good as I initially... Well, it is if you're doing melee, but for my build, I don't think it's doing as much. So I guess we're going to go for Perfectionist, which I'm assuming we get these stats before taking damage each combat level. Right, so there's some terminology here that I wish was more coherent between all the different menus. Like, for example, so this is at each level, but did we not... Oh, what was the one that I was looking for? Well, for example, let's look here. I guess this does say... okay, so for example, before taking damage at each level. Now, based on my experience, I understand that Combat 15, this is literally the level or the map. But if you're someone who maybe is not as familiar with the terminology, and again, you have to assume that someone playing your game is playing video games for the first time, right? This is also level. So that could get confusing because the actual combat stage, we'll say, is not called a level, it's called a combat. So I wish that would say, before taking damage during each combat, gain these stats. It's a small thing, but it can matter in the long run just to make things easier to see. So, like, for example, it's the same thing here with, like, all skill multipliers. What exactly we're looking at? Because there's nothing here... Let's see. There's nothing here that specifically is a skill multiplier. So, like, are these all skill multipliers? Or are we looking specifically at... Oh, I think I see what we're looking at. Yeah, these all end in 1. Okay, so skill multipliers, we're looking at the damage on each. So, for example, we're getting, what, 21 extra efficiency? So here, rather than 100% magic ability power, we're getting 121. Instead of getting 60% ability power, we're getting 81, right? Instead of 100, we're getting 121. Same thing here. Instead of 160, 181. Okay, so we figured that out. Instead of 50, we're getting 71. Okay, that math all checks out. We figured it out. Took a little bit of figuring out, but again, like, this is damage, so, like, I haven't found anywhere where that specific tooltip is labeled as skill efficiency or skill multiplier. See, so, I mean, our attack range is already dog water. Here's some extra damage for just 40% extra damage taken. Why not? Our dodge is already in the tank, so let's take that. Way crazy luck. Okay, fires a flame arrow for every 200 distance move. Yeah, we'll definitely take that. We'll take the luck. We'll re-roll. We'll take the ability power down. Not for... screw it. Nothing there. Oh, Joy Beans. Max HP, damage, luck. Locking it in. Damage for every move speed. How fast are we moving? Pretty slow. And so we lose damage and we lose damage. All right. Well, yeah. So we'll lock that in. We'll go to next combat. Yeah. See, it even says next combat, not next level. So that's just another one of those kind of inconsistencies that if you've never played a game either like this or you've just never played a game before, you might not have the foresight to kind of put those things together. Or even another quarter case scenario. As far as I can tell, actually, let me take a quick look here. Language. Okay, there's a ton of languages. I was going to say, so let's say hypothetically, right? We can see that there's a ton of different languages here. Hypothetically, let's say there was only English and Chinese, which I think, yeah, okay, this is a Chinese-based game. Looking at the Steam page. Let's say there was only English and Chinese languages. Let's say somebody who spoke French and was like learning English, right? But wanted to play this game. While they might not fully understand the English language yet, and they are learning to do so, I think even somebody like, okay, better example, because I can relate to this one. Let's say this game was only in Chinese and French. While I don't understand French, I took like 1 year in high school, but that's beside the point. I could still look at words and recognize the pattern of letters in it, and I could match the words and be like, okay, this is associating with this. So you can at least use some context clues to figure things out. But if the words are different, you don't have the context behind what the word actually is. You're just looking at like the shape or structure of the word. And so if those words are different, you're not going to be able to do that and use context clues. I think that's a better example as to like some corner case scenarios of why you want terminology to be like consistent across your game. So I don't think I really care for any of these. So I think what I'm going to do is just, let's keep getting ability power up. Might as well. Just go for more damage. We'll get the joy beans. Experience gain. Heck yeah. Let's get some max HP. Let's reroll. Launches multiple ice bombs at random spots. Well, we're not really looking to pick up new abilities right now, so we're just going to pass on that. Ooh, I lied. Not that that's new. Crit chance and dodge. Well, we're already in the toilet there, so we don't really care about that. After moving a distance of 1,500, create a stasis trap. Sure, 1,500 is not that far. Oh, I think I just saw them maybe do an ice thing. Or maybe that was the stasis trap. No, I don't know. I thought I saw the cactuses do something. I'm surprised we have not seen an elite yet. Maybe the elites that I saw, maybe I just took 2 relics that spawned elites. I don't know. It's possible that just because we're on difficulty 1, there's just a very low chance of elite spawning. Because the elite that I fought was pretty hard. If I didn't have, I'm going to be honest, it was pretty hard. If I didn't have the healing that I had, because there's a relic you can take that spawns a healing tower, which, I'm going to be honest, seems really powerful. It's basically a tower that sits in the middle of that map, and it heals you for 3 every I think it heals you for 3 every 3 seconds. And you can just kind of sit on it. But the boss that I fought, he spawned so many projectiles. It turned into a bullet hell. Yeah, we're not taking that. We will take that. Recover 1 HP when summon defeats 1 enemy within 200. That's pretty close. I'm not really sticking that close to my summons. Don't care for that. Flame Jet, we're not taking that. Ooh, purple for... Oh, we already have a legendary one. Let's just go for more luck. Why not? Yeah, we can take that, sure. Free reroll. Yes, please. And then let's lock that in. Boom. Let's go. So what are you guys doing? We got to spawn some enemies down here. Hit the stasis trap. Let's see what this does. My problem is I'm killing things too quickly. Oh, is that what they're doing? The little like cross thing? Or no, that's the... Oh, yeah. They're exploding and doing a little cross damage. We are rich. Oh my god, look at how rich we are. Okay, let's do more damage. Ah, here we go. Okay, we're going to fight an elite here. Boom. Poison trap, let's do that. Adventure medal, yes. Free reroll. Another frost roach, we don't need max HP, HP regeneration, but we lose some luck. Do I care about that? Sure. Harvesting, but we lose some damage. I don't really want to lose damage. We only there's this round that we're going to fight an elite, and then the next round is the boss round. And at this point, we don't really need harvesting. Attack. We don't care about attack. There's the magic bees. Yeah, so in combat, for each enemy in any poisoning state, your damage increased by 2%. I still haven't figured out how to do poison. Well, that would have been better way earlier on. We're definitely not taking that now. Oh, an archer summon. This is a new one. Although he's not frost. So it looks like he does poison. Damage of all nearby summons plus 25. Sure, we'll take that. Chain frost. Lock that in. We'll get that up to legendary next round. And sure, let's do extra damage, extra health, extra enemies. Sounds sweet. Alright, where be he? Oh, this is the one that I fought before that's going to shoot out 1,000,000 projectiles at us. However, I have a bit more damage. Yeah, he shoots projectiles, and each projectile shoots projectiles. Okay, well, he died because we have crazy damage right now. But, yeah, each of his projectiles shoots projectiles. So if you ever wanted to play a bullet hell and a bullet heaven, there you go. But we just have a lot of sources of damage, right? We have all of our frost attacks. We've got 2 different summons, and of course, one is only taking our, weapon slot. 2 of these are relics, and then we have all the other relics that are also, spawning traps. So damage in this game feels like it's just more off the charts than it could be in Brotato. And it's been a little bit. I only played a little bit of Brotato. We did a little bit on the channel. I don't remember there being a lot of ways to deal damage with your relic upgrades, and maybe I didn't play enough to get to that point, but I thought it was just all in the weapons, in the guns. But maybe there are towers, because I know there was like a mechanic character that dealt with turrets a lot. Yeah, we'll take that. We have 3 points. What do you want to do? Maybe we just do attack speed. Yeah, let's just do a bunch of attack speed. Gotta take out the bus here. Chain frost. Boom. Ability power. Sure. We'll just take all the ability power. Sure, we'll take the luck. I really am just looking for this. I just want to go all legendary. Sure, we can take another frost trap. Speed, attack recovery. No, we don't need that. Or we'll take these, though. Sure, we'll take another 5 ability power. Oh, that's pretty good. Hey. After generating 3 stasis trap, immediately generate 1 reinforced generate. Oh. Hello. We got some synergy stuff there? I wonder if you can only grab the... Oh, it is an upgrade. There are upgrade... Dude, that's cool. Okay, so I think that's something different too, is that there are upgraded relics. So you have to have a base relic before you can get the upgraded relic. That's pretty cool. Oh, wait, I can only go to Endless? I can't go to the next wave? What? Since when? Huh. Okay. That's kind of weird. Because the last time I played, it definitely said just go to level 20. Excuse me, go to combat 20. See, that's why we use consistent language. Because you get that going, and it confuses people. You know, that's why in video games we always use mana. That's why we use strength for warrior characters, dexterity for archers and rogues, intelligence for wizards. Because it's consistent, and then you don't have to relearn terms every time you jump to a different game. Yeah, so I'm not sure how I got into endless mode. Did I select endless like at the start or something? Elite enemies will appear at combat 30? That's so far down the line. Are you just like warning me? Hang on, I want to see what happens here. Yeah, so it just throws us... I'm not sure why it just threw me into endless combat. Wait, so can I not just leave? Wait, so is there no way for me to actually leave? Because I can restart, but I can't actually quit the run I'm on. Okay, so we've got our first kind of weird situation going on where I don't know how I got into Endless. Or I know how I got into Endless. I clicked on the Endless button, but I didn't have... You would think that that would happen once you got to... It feels like there was just a button missing in that UI. Right? Because we had just finished floor 19, and there should have been a go to combat 20 button, but there was just endless. I wonder if that was just a bug. There should have been a button there, but it wasn't, so now I'm stuck in endless mode. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do here is after we finish this combat, rather than doing endless mode, just because I don't know how long we're gonna last, and I want to wrap up this video. We're just going to do a little bit of this. Next combat, come at me. Oh, hey, well now we can see what the cactuses are doing. There we go. Hey, we unlocked the summoner. Cool. Cool. Yeah, so that is Darkchaser Battletide. Like I said, pretty sweet one. There's kind of one of the things that I learned in this run is that there are upgraded relics, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I could totally see there being kind of a niche for this with the multiplayer aspect. You know, if you and your friends really like playing Bullet Heavens in general, and you've wanted to kind of face each other rather than playing like co-op together, this would be a pretty cool one to pick up. This is the only game I've seen so far. I'm not going to say this is the only one out there, because I'm sure there are others, but this is the only one that I have seen with this feature. Yeah, see, like, this is, I feel like the music just spiked up again on me. But it is an early access, so there is that to think about. Oh, there's updated roadmap? Hold up, let's take a look at this roadmap on Steam. What do we got here? Looks like new boss skills are coming, more gameplay options, more content to be determined. Full version coming soon. Okay, don't know exactly when, but coming soon. So, cool. Yeah, this one's got a lot going for it. Like, you know, like I said, I think there's a lot of people who, I'm going to be honest, I don't understand the aversion to playing games that are very, I think there's a difference between a game that is maybe called, like, you have a game called, like, Carrot O, and it's 20 waves, and you pick these upgrades. It's like, okay, we know what you're doing. That's, like, literally a ripoff of Brotato. But I think to take the that was a weird way to say it, Brotato, like, the summation of the game, definitely take elements that are similar, but then change up a few of them and kind of make it your own. I don't think that there's anything necessarily wrong with that. You know, we see this all the time where, for example, there is a Souls-like category that, you know, people play a lot of these games. And why are they called Souls-likes? Because they're all so similar to Dark Souls. Like, we played one that was, you know, AI Limit very recently, which is a Souls-like. And when I first jumped into the game, I expected the term Souls-like to just be like, oh, this is probably just going to be like a hard game. But then as soon as we got in and actually started playing, I looked at the UI and, like, health bars and was like, oh, this is, like, literally a Souls-like. You're taking the shell of a Souls game and putting an anime paint style over it, and then, you know, obviously having your own story, your own combat system and stuff like that. But the core gameplay was extremely similar. Metroidvania is the same thing. Like, are you going to claim that you know, Mandragora that we played recently is a Metroid clone? No, they're a bit different apart than like a game like this, Brotato. But I personally don't have any aversion to games that are very closely related to another game and have their own twist on it. But it's when you do, like, strictly the same thing that it's like, well, why wouldn't I just go play the original? And because this has some adaptations that kind of make it its own, I think that there is a place for this in addition to a game like Brotato, which does it extremely well. But what do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comment sections. And if you like this video and want to see some more, we'll play a few more rounds. I don't see why not. There's some other cool characters. Like I said, we unlocked the summoner here. 25% modified max HP. Summon will explode upon death. Oh, so we could just go full on summons. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. That would be a cool run. But yeah, guys, I'm out of here. If you liked the video and you'd like to see more and you had a fun time, would you kindly smash the like button, subscribe to the channel for more roguelike action. I've been Ganyonz. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.